This ABC15 News Update is sponsored by Sanderson Ford, America's best-selling Ford dealership.
Hey, happy Friday. I'm Amelia Fabiano with your afternoon update here from ABC15 Arizona. Your voice, your vote. Here's the latest details on Kari Lake's election lawsuit. Her lawyers ramped up their case early yesterday with testimony from Richard Barris of Big Data Poll in Florida. Barris testified 22 to 40,000 voters were disenfranchised on Election Day. He says most of those votes would have gone to Lake. He bases his conclusion in part, he says, on the number of respondents who promised to participate in his company's exit poll but did not.
But the difference here is almost 20 points. It's roughly 20 percentage points. It's a significant finding. And I can only, like, in my professional opinion, I've done many of these exit polls. These people didn't complete this questionnaire because they didn't vote.
The Secretary of State's office brought in their own expert, Kenneth Mayer, a member of the University of Wisconsin's Election Research Center. Mayer has designed and executed polls for 30 years. He's also studied long lines at the polls and their impact. Mayer challenged those conclusions of the experts that Lake brought in.
I think what Mr. Barris is doing is he's relying on jargon to give a veneer of scientific precision to his calculations, again, that there's no basis for.
Judge Peter Thompson will now review all of that evidence and make a ruling sometime next week. In the meantime, Abe Hamadeh's election challenge is on trial today. This is for the state attorney general race. A Mojave County judge ruling Tuesday Hamadeh can attempt to prove printer problems and improper handling of ballots were behind his loss. Hamadeh lost by 511 votes to Chris Mays, the Democrat in the race. It's one of the closest elections in state history. Taking a look now at Capitol Hill right now, where lawmakers are facing a deadline to avoid a government shutdown. The Senate passed the $1.7 trillion spending bill last night. Now it heads to the House. Lawmakers are hoping the House will pass it and President Biden will sign it before government funding expires. All right, hey, the jackpot for tonight's Mega Millions drawing, now an estimated $510 million. That is the second largest jackpot this year for the game. If someone wins and chooses that all cash option, they'd get about $267 million. The odds of winning, 1 in more than 300 million. A beloved Scottsdale toy store says inflation is what's causing them to finally run out of batteries after more than 2 decades. Kids Stop survived COVID, but recently the dreaded everything must go sign was hung looking out to Shea Boulevard. As their lease was coming to an end, the owner says rent was slated to go up 25%. Gas and energy prices also sent shipping costs skyrocketing, and rising interest rates kept a potential buyer from taking over the store.
So many people have touched our hearts in the last couple of weeks. We can't say thank you enough. Except for the landlord.
The owner hopes the toys bought at her store made for good memories at home. And of course, she says she knows toys can be temporary. It's the person giving them that really matters. The U.S. Postal Service says last-minute holiday deliveries should make it on time despite that massive winter storm impacting a lot of the U.S. The Postal Service says it does have contingency plans in place for the weather, and workers also have the proper equipment to do their job safely. If you still haven't shipped those packages, take a look at your screens. These are the only options left right now. Express shipping through USPS, next day air through UPS, and same-day shipping through FedEx.
As we talk about your most accurate forecast, I'm meteorologist Iris Hermosillo. Warmer temperatures today in the valley and across the state will hit 50 today in Flagstaff, 60s in Kingman, and Phoenix. Sky Harbor tops out at 68 degrees today, 3 degrees warmer than where it was yesterday. We're going to be back up above normal too, so that temperature will trend up, and then through the weekend you can expect even warmer temperatures. Tomorrow a high of 69, by Sunday, Christmas Day, a high of 71. But notice that we also have air quality alerts that are in effect today, tomorrow, and on Christmas Day. There's also burn bans for Maricopa County. Avoid burning any wood burning stoves or any fire pits, as that will contribute to that pollution, and you could get fined too with that burn ban in place. Now, temperatures through the weekend really nice, clear skies too. Then next week, big changes, more rain and snow chances in the forecast as early as Tuesday night, and then it's going to be much cooler Wednesday through the end of next week.
Hey, another update tonight, but until then, get the latest news, weather, and traffic at ABC15.com, or as always by downloading our free ABC15 mobile app. Happy Friday.
This ABC15 News Update is sponsored by Sanderson Ford, America's best-selling Ford dealership.